is ESPN on ABC.
The Golden State Warriors, they've been one of the hottest teams in basketball over the last month, which is key this time of year because the playoffs, as this city knows, are right around the corner. They're led by Steph Curry, who just celebrated his 37th birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Steph. He celebrated by doing something that no other basketball player has ever done, splashing in his 4,000th career three-pointer. And tonight, the greatest three-point shooter of all time will face the self-appointed greatest shooting big man ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Stephen A. is calling for a big game from Cat to continue to stay afloat without Jalen Brunson. Knicks, Warriors. We're counting you down on ABC.
You know what time it is.
We can confidently say on a night to night, we can figure out how to beat anybody.
Let's go.
If you know, you know. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye.
Next man up, we gotta do better. We gotta figure it out quick.
Towns throws it down.
When we all clicking like Golden State, and you in the team of the motorcade. If you know, you know.
Hit it on the number, man. Really cool milestone.
I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin.
Buckets.
Every game come in with the swagger about us.
If you know, you know.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Papa John's.
Gentlemen, we have an incredible primetime matchup tonight. Welcome inside our Los Angeles studios alongside the peerless Stephen A. Smith, NBA champion Kendrick Perkins, the architect of the four-time champs Golden State Warriors, Bob Myers. I'm Malika Andrews. Stephen A., you are a man of so very many words.
Yes.
But I'm going to ask you for just one here on this matchup tonight between the Warriors and the Knicks.
Grit. I want to see them fight, and I want to see them resembling the Knicks that we saw in the playoffs last year in terms of not letting anything get away from them, no matter what goes on, whether Steph Curry explodes, whether Jimmy Butler is resembling Jimmy Buckets, Draymond Green hitting threes, hit four the other night for crying out loud, almost faded, okay? No matter what happens, you make sure you're fighting and you're in it and you're scratching and you're clawing. Without Jalen Brunson, that's what you need to do. That's the word that comes to my mind for tonight's matchup. It's grit.
Both of these teams have been scratching and clawing to find their footing in the standings here. For the Golden State Warriors, imagine everyone's been to San Francisco, right? Riding a cable car up and down the hills of the city, right? That's what the Warriors season has been like. They started off 12-3, the best record in the West. However, it went downhill pretty fast. The Warriors went 13-23 in their next 36 games, falling to below 500 multiple times. But now they're getting back. 13-2 since February 8th. So let's get out and run, brought to you by Samsung, to show you how this Golden State team has surged back up the standings.
One guy going to a different team.
Well, it's the reason Steve Kerr went small tonight. Draymond Green and Karl Anthony Towns. Let's not act like we ain't been seeing the beef. Damn it, they guarding each other tonight. And
it's time to get you out to Golden State for tip-off. By the way, guys, it's my mama's birthday. She's at the game.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Take it away.
Let me get them cakes.
All right, Malika, happy birthday to your mom and another beautiful Saturday in the Bay Area. Spring in the NBA playoffs right around the corner. Sellout crowd at the Chase Center, home of the Warriors, one of the hottest teams in the NBA, facing a Knicks team with the fourth best record in the league. Steph Curry, a magical night the other night. Number 4,000 career three-point field goal and counting. And today going up against the Knicks, Mikal Bridges, he had some magic the other night. A buzzer-beating, game-winning three-pointer to give the Knicks their latest victory on the road. And good evening, everyone, with Richard Jefferson and Doris Burke. Mike Great on hand. Lisa Salters with us as well. This is an interesting matchup. We have two very talented teams who are also very confident they can do some damage in the playoffs. And that includes the Golden State Warriors, Doris. What a turnaround. Jimmy Butler's played just 14 games, and the expectations have already skyrocketed.
It's hard to imagine, Mike, that a little over a month ago, they're a game below 500, 10th in the West, and every single game felt like a grind. Enter another high IQ, fundamentally sound player, and everything that we thought is off the table. Draymond Green at the elbow. You're going to back screen, try to get Steph a layup. Instead, you get yourself one. And then, working in transition, Jimmy Butler likes to work near the paint, the complete opposite of Steph Curry. So a little bit of yin, a little bit of yang. And then in the DHO, the right decision is get it back. Now, all of a sudden, Steph Curry and the entire group is rejuvenated. Look at the efficiency. And all of a sudden, if I'm the West, I'm a little more uncomfortable with Steph Curry.
Well, of course, he's re-energized by Jimmy Butler. He's always re-energized by the New York Knicks. With more on that, we check in with Lisa. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, priority number one for the Knicks tonight has got to be trying to keep Steph Curry from being Steph Curry. Curry has only lost 6 times against the Knicks in 26 career games, averaging almost 26 points a game. And while Steph has spent a career torching teams from deep, his three-point shooting against the Knicks has been historically lethal. He's made 127 threes against them, the most for any player against the Knicks. And Curry's 4.9 threes a game average is the most by any player versus a single opponent in league history. Josh Hart said there are some guys you can shut down by simply forcing them to take tough shots. With Steph Curry, he said you have to not only try to make it tough on him, but you also just got to hope it's an off night for him. Mike?
All right, Lisa. As for those New York Knicks, through 65 games, this is the best record they've had in 28 years. Again, 4th best record in the league, but they're without their star player in Jalen Brunson for a few more weeks. How have they been filling the void?
Well, they've been filling the void with a lot of the pieces that they had. Karl Anthony Towns. This is why you bring in Mikal Bridges last summer. This is why you re-sign OG Anunoby. You have two-way players that are able to hold down the fort. You see Mikal Bridges' numbers. They're up almost 7 points a game, and his efficiency is through the roof. They're going to need all hands on deck versus this surging Warriors team.
And, of course, a big part of their entire success this season, Karl Anthony Towns, one of the best seasons of his career, an all-star. They'll need him to be special. Here we go, the Knicks and the Warriors from beautiful San Francisco coming up.
NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC is presented by the new crispy tenders at Wingstop. Wingstop, bring the flavor. This presentation of NBA Saturday Primetime presented by Wingstop will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
What a difference one piece can make. The Warriors were uncertain where they were headed. Now they have a direction. Up.
It helps a lot, and it's led to winning. The vibes are good.
Butler to Curry. There it is. 4,000.
This team's playing with a lot of confidence.
When it was time. For the Knicks, it's more about a piece that's missing.
You know, JB out, and that's our brother. We're going to hold it down till he gets back, but we're going to fight till the clock's at 0.
Who will rise and shine in his place?
Bridges puts up a 3. Bridges wins it at the buzzer.
Winning teams are built and challenged, one piece at a time. On Saturday, prime time. Piece by piece, piece by piece.
It's that time again. The New York Knicks and the Golden State Warriors as we welcome you to an NBA Saturday Prime Time presented by Wingstop. In one of the most scenic cities in the world, the Golden Gate Bridge, the cable cars, Fisherman's Wharf, Lombard Street, Alcatraz, the lazy residents at the wharf. So many spectacular views and sights on just an absolute gorgeous weekend here in the Bay Area. And a terrific matchup, Knicks and the Warriors. We look at our starting lineups, and they are brought to you and delivered by Taco Bell. And obviously some changes with injuries. Deuce McBride, who has been a great reserve for Tom Thibodeau. He starts in place of Jalen Brunson, out for a couple of weeks more with that ankle injury. And Gui Santos, the second-year forward from Brazil, getting his second start of the season. And he'll be there with Curry, Moody, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green for a Warriors team that is playing without question not only their best basketball of the season, the best basketball the Warriors have probably played in the last couple of years. They have won 6 in a row, 11-1 in the last 12. And you can feel it in the building right now, Richard.
Well, when you add one player, that's when they say, oh, they're 1 or 2 players away from X. Well, this Warriors team, they got exactly what they needed. Jimmy Butler, locked in, focused. We had an opportunity to talk with Steve Kerr, and he says, look, he fits the players that we've had here before. He fits what Livingston did. He fits what Iguodala did, what Wiggins did when they won the championship. That's what Jimmy Butler is at a high level.
I was fascinated to hear Steve Kerr say you probably have to go all the way back to the Rasheed Wallace trade, the addition in Detroit turning into a championship, to find a more impactful trade of one player.
Meanwhile, for the Knicks, losing your star player can be deflating. They lost the first game out of that in the midst of this West Coast trip, but they've bounced back with 2 good wins in Sacramento and in Portland, and they're feeling some confidence again.
The noticeable difference is the improvement on the defensive end of the floor. You have 3 guys with McBride in the starting lineup who can really pressure the heck out of the basketball. They've got to turn teams over. Without Jalen Brunson manning the offense, you got to find it where you can get it.
This is the second meeting they played just a few weeks ago at Madison Square Garden. Ball last touch. It looked like it was last touch by Butler. Know if they're going to give it. No. Now Ray Acosta says nope. Made a mistake. It's going to be Knicks ball. They played on March the 4th. Karl Anthony Towns did not play in that game. Jalen Brunson not playing in this one. And it was a dominant fourth quarter by the Warriors.